see, Yo, share settings. Include my.
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder,
We're calling, ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My pants is disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I see that new Bay alert, gon' be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat, no pneumonia, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag.
Have an all-white rank. Couldn't hit if you had ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost it, all the shine. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk to me. You ain't never help your mans, don't talk to me. You just follow all the trends, don't talk to me. I set the bar, I'm the bar. Like in the sky, I'm a star. I don't fall in love, cause I be loving. They ain't like my shirt, it's a large. I don't care, I crush a ghost. Got 2 cribs and 2 states, I be doing the most. I got white folks' money that I won't blow. And if you ask why, cause the white folks don't. Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
Everything proper, no propaganda. Tropicana Gold Yard bandana. Big, a lot of like Santa. Threw a birthday party in a phantom. Big like a dinosaur did it. And you know, shining like acrylic. Yeah, I had cornrow. I can see you hang with the door closed. Now I'm looking for a glove with a sparkle on it. And my got chocolate on it. Big bank, take small. Bank account on some tall. Attitude on some. Bank roll on what it do, boo. He had the roulette vibe. And if I ain't did it yet, I'll try.
Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money you gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
She said, what you gon' do if I leave? I said, I'ma do me. B.I.G. Everything zoomed in. Big on me looking like I'm moving in. Got my foot in the door and we still here. I'm a first-generation millionaire. I broke the curse of my family not having. I'm passionate like just after more than just cashing. Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the packing. You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick. I'm rare as affordable healthcare. Or going to wealth from welfare. I turn my W's to those. I might buy a red bottoms with the crypto. 3 coins, that'll pay your whole semester. But you gotta better than a Tesla.
Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need to sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank.
Back again, back to back.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment. This type of a game, for all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's long. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming.
Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. John Timu leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Lavonte David in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 45. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Here's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll set up to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good rush coming, and he's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Flexing his muscle at the 30. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 47 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Love. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try. Luck. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Following the fumble recovery, here's Luck. His throw caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron from 10 yards out. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. So now here's Luck as his guys will go for 2 here. Luck now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
New York set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camp.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
It is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. of play action. Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. So now here's Luck as his guys will go for 2 here. Now Luck. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get. What do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And the Giants send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before the break. Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Found his target. It's Anderson. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
And the blitz does come. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 35 yards. And the Giants are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. So now the Giants will once again go for 2 here.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Noah Spence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, now a hit and lost the football. It's out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Back to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And now here's another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern, maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. That last catch short the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danico Autry in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Giants add on to their lead. The Giants will again come to the line here and try for 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Rosas now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Love. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection.
What's that on that beat? Addicted to ball.
I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I'm addicted to ballin'. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my bands. Flexing, counting my bands. Started getting money. I see how it feels to be rich. I live by the beach now. That's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow. That's a big no. Gotta chase this money. Bankroll after big bankroll. I must get this money. I must get this money. I must get this money, get this money, get this money. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to balling. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my ends.
Got 100, I need bands. Now look at my dance. What is my jam? Run and get you that bands. Turning that party up. Used to have a my Nautica. You know the money be calling up. Friend, I'm tryna all of ya. Talking about he ballin', watch this. Started let me too quick. Went to Oakland with a few. Took them all you break. Dip. Yeah. Imagine what I paid for the rollie. Still from the police. 24 carats on my Kobe. Yeah. That for the homies.
I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to balling. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my ends.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the
thicker the thicker the bag. Made him a buy and I lace in no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way and the way I've been made it. The is mad. Man in their bag cause I'm all in my bag. Why I ain't holding around? Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for it out. She don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger, watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. Where we gon' land? I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag like I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. money. I'm love flow, joke, chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow, joke, kill, mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl,